The beauty about the pool is that the water totally levels the field. You can look at the kids in the pool and you don't know if they're disabled kids, if they're poor kids, and you don't know. Swimming is not a sport for everyone. It's hard. You get to swim up and down the pool for hours and hours and stare at a black line. It's not a sport for everybody. It's the hardest part, to try and have people understand that it's not just putting kids up and down in the pool. It really has so much more to do with individual development, how to work with other teammates and individuals and other adults like their coaches and other parents on the team.
Had a foster child in my home. She loved to swim, so that sent me on a mission to find a swim program for her, and that's how I ended up here at Salvation Army to swim with the Seastars team.
Seastars helps our children in three main ways. The first way is they help our children who come from low-income situations receive top-level coaching, go to swim meets all over our region at zero cost to the children. The second way is Seastars gives our children with physical and developmental challenges the exact same opportunity. They have swim lessons, they're on a swim team, they go to swim meets, and they participate in these things with the other children. So the third way that Seastars helps our children is by offering paid swim lessons. So these swimming lessons are offered to any child in our area. The lessons are given by trained coaches, some of whom were Seastars athletes. The swim lessons help provide financial support for the other two programs. Now, the other two programs still need donations, they still need fundraising, but we're growing that swim lesson program, and hopefully one day it'll be fully funding.
My parents were my greatest influence, and a lot of the kids that come to our program don't have that parental influence. So really the team itself turns into the family, coaches turn into the parents, the ones that they go to when they have a bad day.
There's kids out here in the community who come from broken homes or dysfunctional environments. When they're around each other, their life is so much better.
Sometimes I dream about swimming, being in the Olympics from swimming, and me beating all the teenagers.
They have an opportunity to set aside some of what's going on with them day to day at home and just be a kid.
Whether you're disabled, underprivileged, normal, whatever, you always should be pushed. If you're not pushed, you never know where you can go. Once they're labeled, they're put into a box. And once that label's put on them, they can do this, they can't do this, they can do this, they can't do this. And most of the people, parents, therapists, everybody goes by that labeling. We have tons of kids that have done more in this pool than any doctor or any parent ever thought they would be able to do.
It's interesting how Seastars really develops maturity, responsibility, as well as technical skills as the children are going through the program. And you can see that in the way that the Seastars swim lesson program is run. Robin really encourages her more advanced students, the one who've really come so far, who show a great level of commitment and maturity, to become swim instructors as part of the Seastars swim lesson program.
You know, when you're 25 and you're like, oh, I'm gonna start a swim team for underprivileged and special needs kids, it's gonna be great, and your expectation, you're like, well, it's exceeded any expectation I could ever have. The biggest fundraising we need, besides operational expenses, which is paying the staff and the coaches on deck, is swim meets. It's very hard to try and apply for grant money for swim meets because people don't really understand the importance of the meets. These kids come to the pool 5 days a week and swim up and down the pool. They work their butts off to be able to be the best that they can be. If they don't have a place to show off what their work and their talent, their effort they put into it, it's null and void.
My brain makes me very uncomfortable, and swimming makes me comfortable again.
Anthony's transformation since starting Seastars has been incredible. He was on a lot of medications, 4 or 5 different medications when he started. Now he's on 0. He would have a lot of outbursts, just emotional, anxious kind of outbursts several times a day. When he started, we see 0 outbursts now. Technically, it's incredible to see the transformation. Anthony has been invited to some really prestigious regional events, and he's so proud of himself. And how do you feel at the end of every practice?
Accomplished.
The experience of the meets that these kids have to walk in and step up on the block and know that they're ready, the empowerment that they give them to have the experience to step up and be confident, they can be confident in any other situation.
This program is about more than just letting kids jump in a pool at the end of the day. This is a life-changing, transformational program that we are so lucky to have in our community.